विनायक नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदकप्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु नो देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामः सिद्धिर्भवतु नो सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचरविनाशकरं नमामि। आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। So last time we did it till where almost Rama was seeing Sumantra off. So that was Yatha cha Kaikeyi, and also he was also instructing Sumantra what all messages to convey, respects to his mothers and all the women of the palace of his father. And then he was also saying, ask my father to bring Bharata back from Gandhar and have him has his Yavarajya Abhisheka completed and all instructions of how he should behave. So Bharataschapi vaktavyo yatha rajani vartase tatha matrushu vartethaha sarvasveva aviseshataha. Bharata also should be instructed or taught to behave and interact just as he would interact with his father, the king. Rajani yatha vartase tatha matrushu vartetaha. Just like that, give the same respect and honor to the mothers also and behave with them. Yatha cha tava kaikeyi sumitra cha visheshataha tathaiva devi kausalya mama mata visheshataha. And also, hey, don't forget, just as you would treat your own mother, Kaikeyi, so also please treat my mother, Kausalya also, because that is what I have done. I have treated all the three mothers with the same love and affection back to them. And Tatasya Priyakamena Yavarajyam Avikshata Lokayor Ubhayoho Shakyam Nityada Sukham Editum. Sukham Editum. So, of the father, Tata is father. Tatasya Priyakamena Yavarajyam Avikshata, because he was seeking the Yavarajya, of course, in me. But Lokayoho Ubhayoho, of the two worlds, Nityada Sukham Edhitum Shakyam, meaning of his own ruling the state and at family. Ubhayoho Loka, of the both worlds. Let ensure that father gets all the comfort and is happy. And I think probably we said this sloka also, but we'll continue from here. Nivartyamano Ramena
Rameena
Sumantra Shokakarshitaha
Sumantra Shokakashitaha
Tatsarvam Vachanam Shrutva
Tatsarvam Vachanam Shrutva
Snehat Kakutstham Abravit.
Nehat Kakut Samapravit.
So Nivartyamana Ramena, the one who is being sent back by Rama. which is Sumantra, being sent back, being asked to leave, being asked to convey messages back home. So by that Sumantra, Shoka Karshitaha, being deeply in sorrow, Tat Sarvam Vachanam Shrutva, all the message of Rama, having heard it in entirety, Snehat Kakutstham Abravit. He, with all his affection and love back to Rama, who is the descendant of Kakutstha, he replied back this to him. Yadaham nopacharena
यदहं नोपचारेण
bruyam sneha daviklabha
ब्रूयां स्नेहादविक्लबः
bhaktimaniti tad tavad
भक्तिमानिति तत्तावद्
vakyam tvam kshantumarhasi.
वाक्यं त्वं क्षन्तुमर्हसि.
So he's saying, yes, you might be expecting that now I will say thank you, bye, and leave. But yadaham nopacharena, informally, I'm going to now talk to you as not as Sumantra, who is your Suta, but as a friendly, personal way, I'm going to reply. Yadaham na upacharena bruviyam. One way that I'm going to tell you, anopacharikali, informally, that I'm going to tell you now. Snehat, because with all of my affection for you. Aviklabaha. Aviklabaha is with affection. Or sorry, with
without affection.
Huh?
Without fear.
Without fear. Aviklavaha is with all boldly. I'm going to say this without fear. Yes. Tattvam, tattvam, that whatever I'm going to talk, you will treat that bhaktiman iti. Know that I am your bhakta. And so bhakta has all the rights to say whichever way he wants to say, whatever he wants to say. He can shout, he can cry, he can plead, he can order, all of that, right? So bhaktiman iti tad vakyam tvam kshantumarhasi. Please tolerate me or excuse me if you think, if there is anything unexpected that I am responding now, please try to understand me. This is informal, unofficial kind of a statement. Katham hi tvad vihinoham.
Katham hi tad vihinoham.
Pratiyasyami tam purim.
Pratiyasyami tam purim.
Tava tavad viyogena.
Tava tavad viyogena.
Putra shokakulamiva.
Putra shokakulamiva.
So he is saying, Putra, O son, Katham twadvina aham tam purim pratiyasyami. How will I be able to return back? Pratiyasyami. How shall I be able to return back to that city of Ayodhya? Twadvina aham. Without you, how can I go? Tava tavat viyogena. Without you, in lapse of you, without you, when I return back, shokakulam ivaptam purim, that puri which is filled with, surrounded with, covered with shoka, with all the sorrow that they have lost you. That city, how can I return back without you? The whole city might be expecting that, being an elderly well-wisher of your family, I might convince you and bring you back. How can I return back without you? Sir Ramamapi tavanmi.
राममपि तावन्मे
Ratham drashtva tada janah.
रथं दृष्ट्वा तदा जनः
Vina Ramam ratham drashtva.
विना रामं रथं दृष्ट्वा
Vidiryeta pisapuri.
विदीर्येतापि सा पुरी.
So that city, Sir Ramam api tavat me ratham drashtva tada janah. The city might be expecting when I come back, May is my May Ratham. By looking at my Ratha, they would be thinking, Saramam, along with Rama, I came back. Along with Rama, my Ratha must be coming back along with Rama. Tad drishtva tada janah vina Ramam Ratham drishtva. Once they notice the Ratha, when it comes close by and they don't see you, vina Ramam Ratham drishtva vidiryeta sa puri. That city will be torn apart in heart. Vidiryeta, it will be their heart will be torn apart. Vidiryeta api sa puri. So dainyam hi nagari gachet
दैन्यं हि नगरी गच्छेत्
दृष्ट्वा शून्यम इमं रथम
दृष्ट्वा शून्यम् इवं रथम्
सूतावशेषं स्वं सैन्यं
सुतावशेषं स्वं सैन्यं
हतवीरम इवाहवे
हतहीरम् इवाहहे
इवाहवे उत्तमं super. So when people dainyam hi nagari gachet, the entire city will go to down, will be put down. They will be down in their spirits. Dainyam, they will go to very dina sthiti, very pitiful. They will become very pitiful. Dainyam hi nagari gachet. Shunyam imam ratham drishtva, by looking at this empty chariot. And what kind of a dainyam they will get? The simile given is Suta avasesham swam sainyam hatam iva ahave. Veera, Veera, warrior, great strong warrior, Rama. People normally look at empty Ratha when they come back, when the king and the whole Sainya is killed in the war. Only then the chariot comes back empty with the driver, the Suta. Suta is a charioteer, the one who is the driver. So typically people are used to see if the Suta is on the chariot, then they would think their king, Sainyam and all is there, and so they'll be always so proud and happy, Jaya Jaya Kara and all. But if they they would see an empty chariot only in those in unauspicious situations of when the king in the chariot, and so his whole army would probably have been killed, and the chariot is returning back empty with sad news. In such sorrowful situation, in such scary situation, this whole city will be. Dainyam hi nagari gachet imam ratham shunyam drishtva yatha ahave veeram swam sainyam hatam avasesham suta avasesham. So only Suta is left out, because normally in the war, the Suta is never killed in Dharmic war. They don't, the fight is only between the kings, or the fight is between the actual warriors and not the driver. Driver is always spared. So they return back naturally home to the city. So, I mean, I will be presenting such a piteous situation, pitiful situation, and Rama, understand me. Durepi nivasantam
दूरेऽपि निवसन्तं
tvam manasena sthitam
त्वां मानसेनाग्रतस्थितं
chintayantyodyanunam tvam
चिन्तयन्त्योद्यन्यूनं त्वां
nirahara kritah prajaah.
निराहाराः कृताः प्रजाः.
Durepi nivasantam tvam manasena sthitam chintayantyah adya nunam tvam niraharaah kritaah prajaha. Dure api nivasantam tvam. Even though you are staying so far away in the forests, so far away in the forests. Manasena agrata sthitam. But you are in the heart, in the front of their heart, at the top of their heart, at the top of their priorities and thoughts. So manasena agrata sthitam tvam chintayantyah. These people thinking of you at the top priority in their hearts, in their minds. Chintayantah, chintayantyah. Adya nunam tvam चिन्तयन्त्यः नूनं निराहाराः कृताः प्रजाः. They will become nirahara because they will only be thinking about you. No hunger feeling comes, no thirst feeling comes, or they will not be able to notice it. They will only be thinking about you and be worried. Krita niraharaha kritaha prajaha. Drishtam tadhi tvaya Rama.
दृष्टं तद्धि त्वया राम
यादृशं त्वत्प्रवासने
यादृशं त्वत्प्रवासने
प्रजानां संकुलं वृत्तं
प्रजानां संकुलं वृत्तं
तच्छ्लोकक्लान्तचेतसाम्.
तत्शोकक्लान्तचेतसाम्.
So, त्वया राम यादृशं त्वया तत्प्रवासने दृष्टं प्रजानां संकुलं वृत्तं त्वद्शोकक्लान्तेन चेतसाम्. So, Rama, you also have seen when you were leaving how people were crying. Yadrisham tvat pravasani, when you were departing, just as they have noticed, you have noticed them. Drishtam, tvaya drishtam, you have already observed how people were sorrowfully crying for you. Prajanam sankulam vrittam, their state of absorbed or drowned in the deep sorrow, and their minds tvat shokaklanta chetasam, of the people with their minds in shokaklantam, bound by sorrow or filled with sorrow. That sorrowful people you have already seen. Artanado hiyah pauraihi.
Artanado hi yah pauraihi
Muktastvat vipravasane
muktastvad vipravasane
saratham mam nishamyaiva
saratham mam nishamyaiva
kuryushata gunam tataha.
kuryushata gunam tataha.
And he's saying, you have seen all of that, how they were crying. If you remember, that is level 1. When they see me back, saratham mam nishamya, by observing me coming back with the ratha empty, tataha shatagunam kuryuhu. They are going to get into this crying, shouting, weeping, or staying depressed. That will get to 10, 100 times of what you remember. If you remember that when you were leaving, I'm sure you remember the people, how they were crying. This now, when I return back, they will be 100 times. Tataha shatagunam kuryuhu. What? Artanadaha pauraihi. Muktaha muktastvat vipravasane. When you were leaving, if that was one time, now when they see me, they will cry 100 times. Aham kim chapi vakshyami.
अहं किं चापि वक्ष्यामि
Devim tava sutah maya.
देवीं तव सुतः मया
नीतोऽसौ मातुलकुलं
नीतोऽसौ मातुलकुलं
संतापं मा कृथ इति मा कृथा
सं-
इति.
संतापं मा कृता इति.
So he's saying aham cha api devim kim vakshyami, and what shall I tell your mother, the lady, Devi's lady is your mother. What shall I tell her? What can I tell her? तव सुतः मया असौ तव सुतः मया मातुलकुलं नीतः. Can I tell her that, oh, I took your son to your brother's home, to his mama, Matula, his mama, that is mother's brother. That I took your son away to your to his uncle's mama's home. What can I tell your mother? Ma santapam krutha iti. Can I say that, hey, so don't worry, I just took your son to your brother's home only, so don't worry. Ma santapam kruthaha. You don't have to feel sorry about it. Iti. Asatyamapi naivaham
असत्यमपि नैवाहं
bruyam vachanam idrusham
ब्रूयां वचनमिदृशं
katham apriyamevaham
कथमप्रियमेवाहं
bruyam satyamidam vachaha.
ब्रूयां सत्यमिदं वचः.
So if you see, this is a very important shloka, 46th shloka. From here comes our standard subhashitam also. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat. Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. Apriyam cha satyam bruyat. Dharma Sanatana or something like that it will be. So this is where that is coming, that process, thought process of our ancient thought process is. So he is saying, Asatyamapi naivaham bruyam. I cannot even say this false, this lie to your mother that, oh, lady, don't worry, I just took Rama to your brother's home only. He'll stay there for a while. He will enjoy there and then come back. Or I took him for engineering to your because your city, Ayodhya, I took him to Atlanta, where your brother is. There, Georgia Tech is a great college. Let him study there. And then he will come back after doing some 10, 14 years of his job. He will return back. I can't even tell that lie. Asatyam api naivaham bruyam. Idrisham vachanam. Like this kind of a false statement I cannot tell. Then katham apriyam evaham bruyam. And so, how can I tell her apriyam idam satyam vachaha? So if I tell her the satyam, then that is going to hurt her because that is apriyam. It is not pleasing. It is not pleasing one. The previous one might be satyam, might be asatyam, might be priyam. It is pleasing. That, oh, I took Rama to your brother's home only. Don't worry, he will call you once in a while. Even if he doesn't call, there are no signals probably, don't worry. He will, like that. I cannot tell a lie like that, even though it might be pleasing. And so, such me, how can I tell apriyam satyam idam vachaha bruyam? How can I say the truth, the reality, which is actually apriyam? It is not pleasing. So which means, if at all we have of the two, satyam, priyam, apriyam, asatyam, of these, if we make all the combinations, the only possible combinations that we can tell is satyam we should always tell. Preferably priyam. So priyam satyam is beautiful. Sometimes apriyam satyam also we may have to say. Asatyam never to say. So how can I tell this apriyam satyam is what Sumantra is saying. Mama tavan niyogasthat
मम तावन्नियोगस्तात्
mama tavan niyogasthaha
मम तावन्नियोगस्थाः
tvad bandhu janavahinah
त्वद्बन्धु जनवाहिनः
कथं रथं त्वया हीनं
कथं रथं त्वया हीनं
प्रवक्ष्यन्ति हयोत्तमाः.
प्रवक्ष्यन्ति हयोत्तमाः.
So, Janavahinah, the people, but to this citizen community, Janavahinah, Tvad Bandhu, the two they are your relatives or your fans, your those who are associated with you. Tvad Bandhu Janavahinah, Mama Tavat Niyogasthaha. I am deployed, I am employed, right? Niyogaha, Niyogi, we say in Andhra, there is a community called Niyogi. That means they are employed, they are employees, Niyogis, they are called. So, Niyogi, Tavat Niyogasthaha, Hayottamaha. I am employed or I am deployed on this task to carry you somewhere with these great horses. Hayottamaha Niyogasthaha. Katham Tvaya Hinam Ratham Pravakshyanti. What all will they say when I come back without you? How will they respond? How will they react? And how can I face that situation? So that means people all will be worried. What can I tell Rama? I cannot leave, is essentially what he's trying to say through all these sentences. Tanna sakshyam yaham gantum.
तन्न शिक्षमहं गन्तुम्
Ayodhyam tvadrite nagha.
अयोध्यां त्वद्रुते नघः
Vanavasanuyanaya
वनवासानुयानाय
mam anujñatumarhasi.
मामनुज्ञातुमर्हसि.
So he's concluding by saying, Tat na sakshyami aham. Those bad feelings, those bad words, those bad reactions that people will start throwing on me. A waste fellow. He has worked for his grandfathers and father and all. But now see, he couldn't even bring back Rama. He drove him while going, he went nicely. While returning, see, he left him. He ignored Rama. He couldn't bring him back. What charioteer is he? Yeah, Dik. People might be talking like this. Tat aham na sakshyami. I cannot. I cannot, Rama. I cannot bear that. I cannot face that situation. Face what? Ayodhyam gantum. To return back to Ayodhya. Because I know how people will react. Tvad without you. In absence of you, Anagha, O sinless one. So, what should I do? Mam ajñatum arhasi. Can you please order me? Can you please accept my request and approve it? What is the request? Vanavasanuyanaya. Vanavasaya anuyanaya. Please carry me also along with you to Vanavasa. I cannot return back to Ayodhya alone. I have no guts and I have no dhairyam or I have no courage to go back and face these people with empty chariot, giving this unauspicious omen as if, something bad happened to the king and to the city. I cannot let them imagine that unauspicious bad omen and cause all ill feelings on me. So please take me also with you. Vanavasa anuyanaya. Anuyanaya. Please carry me also along with you. Let me also travel with you. Yadime yachamanasya
यदि मे याचमानस्य
tyagameva karishyasi
त्यागमेव करिष्यसि
sarathognim pravekshyami
सरथोऽग्निं प्रवेक्ष्यामि
tyaktamatreihatvaya.
त्यक्तमात्रेह त्वया.
So, I think this is our culture. It is we can very easily blackmail, emotionally blackmail. This is our culture. If you don't, yahi mar jaunga. Everyone says that. Everyone says that. So, yadime yachamanasya tyagameva karishyasi yachamanasya of this seeker. I'm seeking you, seeking your approval. to follow you along with you three to the forest. Of this seeker, if you reject it, karishyasi, tyagam eva karishyasi, if you are going to reject my proposal, then saratha, along with the ratha, agnim pravekshyami, I shall burn myself along with this ratha, so that this will not go back to the city empty. Saratha agnim pravekshyami tyaktamaatra iha eva vaya. If I am left out alone, then I shall enter the fire and burn myself, because there is no point in me returning back and failing in my duties. Bhavishyanti vaneyani.
भविष्यन्ति वने यानि
Tapo vigna karani te.
तपो विद्विकराणि ते
Rathena pratibadhishye.
रथेन प्रतिबाधिष्ये
Tani satvani raghava.
तानि सत्त्वानि राघव.
They all know Rama is a very nice boy. So they try to emotionally blackmail him, everyone. So he's saying, now then what, then you know what happens when I enter along with the chariot into the fire. Vane yani tapovigna karani te bhavishyanti. All, whatever can be the interruptions, whatever can be the obstructions. Vane yani tapovigna karani te bhavishyanti. All the possible obstructions, all the possible impediments of distractions or obstructions to the tapo, to all the tapas, to all the projects that are in this vana, they will all be facing various troubles. Rathena pratibadhishye. With this ratha, I shall be causing trouble untoward tani sattvani raghava. All those sattva people, sattva projects, residences, etc., all those premises of projects, research labs, etc., in this forest, they will all be put to trouble by me. So, rathena pratibadhishye tani sattvani raghava. And so he is saying, tat kritena maya vaptam.
Tatkritena maya vaptam.
Rathacharya kritam sukham.
Rathacharya kritam sukham.
Ashamse tvat krutenaham.
Ashamse tvatkriteenaham.
Vanavasa kritam sukham.
Vanavasa kritam sukham.
So he's saying, now you know, so you know both. Either you carry me or otherwise all these troubles will happen here. So tvat kritena rathacharya kritam sukham. Tvat kritena avaptam maya rathacharya kritam sukham. Ashamse tvat kritena aham vanavasa kritam sukham. So between the two sukhas of one vanavasa kritam sukham, tvat kritena. The other one is rathacharya kritam sukham maya avaptam. You either, what do you say? You either let me come with you and accept the happiness of the vanavasa along living with you, or, you know, of course, the rathacharya kritam means whatever is the job that I have performed on this rathacharya, in carrying you, in driving you, driving your family, in driving the royal clan, wherever required. By performing the duty, of course, I have obtained sukham. But ashram say, I seek, I'm hoping to, or I'm looking forward to. Tvat krutena vanavasa kritam sukham asham say. I am actually more than that. I'm looking forward to getting the pleasure of living with you in the forest. Of course, whatever job I've done so far is good, but I look forward to more pleasure of going and living with you in the forest. Please allot me that pressure, that sukham, pleasure. Prasidechhami te ranye
प्रसीदे चामि अरण्ये
bhavitum pratyanantaram
भवितुं प्रत्यनन्तरं
प्रीत्याभिहितमि प्रीत्याभिहितमिच्छामि
प्रीत्यामि अविच्यामि
भवमे patyanantaram.
भव मे पत्यनन्तरम्.
So he's saying, te prasidaha ichchami. Te prasidaha bhavitum ichchami prati anantaram. After coming along with you to the forest, I will be continuing to serve you, and through that, prasidaha, prasida, Prabhu Venkatesha, we say, right? So please be pleased, O Venkatesha. Similarly, tava, te means tava. Aranye, tava prasidaha bhavitum ichchami. I would like to see you pleased, take care of you. So please give me that opportunity to go with you and serve you and please you in the forest. Pritya abhihitam ichchami bhavame pati anantaraha. One, so patyanantaraha is be my Lord, be my, what do you say, my Lord, mama patihi, me patihi, you are my Lord, and I want you to be my Lord continuously, every day, everywhere. So even in Vanavasam, Pritya abhihitam ichchami. I seek your abhihitam is like your hitam, your well-wisher. I seek your well-wishes, and so that too Pritya, with all my affection. So bhava me pati anantaraha. Keep remained, or keep yourself to be my pati. Stay always as my Lord. Ime chapi haya veera.
इमे चापि हयावीरा
Yadi te vanavasinaha
यदि ते वनवासिनः
paricharyam karisyanti
परिचर्यां करिष्यन्ति
prapsyanti paramam gatim.
प्राप्स्यन्ति परमां गतिम्.
So he is an expert in chariot, which means horses also. So he knows those horses very well. So he's saying, Ime hayaha. If these horses, vanavasina, living along with you in the forest, if these horses along with you living in the forest, yadite vanavasina, if they also go and live with you, te paricharyam karishyanti, if they get to serve you, if they get to offer services to you, paricharyam karishyanti, paramam gatim prapsyanti, they will get great gati, great destiny, which means, of course, mukti, moksham and all one thing. The other thing is, hey, they will be popular. They will be so proudly told, that white horse, Thunder Gulch, where I live, Champions Run, every street name here, I later realized, what are these names? It seems they were the names of famous horses. Thunder Gulch is one. Sunny Hallow is another one. All these are, our streets are each great horse name. So here they are popular by the horse name. But what Sumantra is saying is, these horses will become popular that they have served you, even in the forest, not just when they were in the city, but that they have served you in the forest also. So they will become that paramam gatim prapsyanti. Tava sushrushanam murdhna.
तव शुश्रूषाणां मूर्ध्वा
Murdhna
मूर्ध्ना
karishyami vane vasan.
करिष्यामि वने वसन्
अयोध्यां देवलोकं वा
अयोध्यां देवलोकं वा
सर्वथा प्रजहाम्यहम्.
सर्वथा प्रजहाम्यहम्.
I think the bhakti, if there is any better bhakti text, there cannot be anyone. Probably Narada Bhakti Sutras and all are academic sutras, probably which are derived out of this. And that is why Narada's first Bhakti Sutra says, Satu Prema Swarupa. What is bhakti? Sa bhakti Prema Swarupa. He says, first thing is it is love. Bhakti means love. Ultimate love for your Icha Murti, for your Ishta Daivam. So here also same thing. Every person is a devotee in Ramayanam. Every person is a remote devotee in Ramayanam. And as we see, every character, later when Sugriva, Jambavan, our Jatayu, one by one character, and all great rishis, elderly rishis in their 90s, 100s, 200s of years age. This young Rama walking in his 20s, 30s, they are his fans. They love him so much. So here also Sumantra is another most old employee of their family, staff of their family. But he is also his devotee, his lover. So he's saying, Tava Sushrushanam Murdhana Karishyami. I shall do your seva, Sushrushanam, your seva, Murdhana on the head. I'll take you, just like Bharata says, okay, later he will do, right? We will come when he comes toward the end of this Kanda. When he comes back, he will say, oh Rama, finally, after all, there are also several sargas of discussions will happen between Bharata and Rama. And several other rishis and Rama, and finally that great acting like an Astic or Avaidik. He will say, what is there, Rama? What nonsense are you talking? Come back, enjoy. Your father is already gone. Come back and enjoy. Who? Does he know anything? Like that he will try to, poor fellow, try to please or try to convince Rama. And Rama will give him nice beatings. What nonsense are you talking? Kind of a strong beatings back. So finally, Bharata will carry his padukas on his crown, Murdhini, on the crown on the top of his head. Similarly, here also Sumantra is saying, much before that, he's saying, Tava Susrushnam Murdhana Karishyami. I shall do all services by carrying you on the top of my head, Rama. Vane Vasan, by living in Vanam along with you. Ayodhyam Devalokam va, whether it is Ayodhya or even Devalokam. Even if I'm asked suddenly now by Indra saying, okay, Sumantra, you are old enough, give up. Yama told me that your time is over, come back. But however, he gave me the permission to carry you to Swargalokam, to my lokam. So Devalokam va Ayodhyam Sarvada Prajahami Aham. I shall deny Devalokam or Ayodhya or whatever without you. If you are there, serving you is my utmost happiness. So this is bhakti. This is bhakti that we should know. Ultimate love for it, utmost love for him is bhakti. So Ayodhyam Devalokam va Sarvatha, not Sarvada. Sarvada is time. Kada Sarvada, at all times. Katham, how? Sarvatha, by all means. Through all means, I shall reject anything without you. That's ultimate bhakti. This line, if we remember this slokam, then we have understood bhakti. Nahi shakya praveshtum sa.
Nahi shakya pravesh. Okay, go ahead, please.
Go ahead, Vikram.
Okay, nahi shakya praveshtum va.
Sa.
Sorry, nahi shakya praveshtum sa.
Maya Ayodhya Tvaya Vina.
Maya Ayodhya Tvaya Vina.
Rajadhani Mahendrasya.
Rajanani Mahendrasya.
Yatha Dushkrita Karmana.
Yata Dushkrita Karmana.
So he's saying, Maya sa Ayodhya tvaya vina praveshtum nahi shakya. That Ayodhya cannot be entered without you by me. How? Mahendrasya Rajadhani yatha dushkrita karmana. If somebody, I just told you, right, the fiction, that Indra, if he comes and calls me also, we get the permission there only if Yama gave. That means, yes, this fellow didn't do any offenses, he can go to your loka directly or forever. But if he did an offense, dushkarmana, the dushkruta karmana, one who has done just as by a violator, Mahendra's capital, Amaravati, cannot be entered, so also I will not be able to enter Ayodhya without you, is what Sumantra is saying. Vanavase kshayam prapte.
वनवासे क्षयं प्राप्ते
Mamaisha hi manoratha.
ममैष हि मनोरथः
Yadanena rathenaiva
यदनेन रथेनैव
tvam vaheyum purim punah.
त्वां वहेयं पुरीं पुनः.
So, vanavase kshayam prapte mama esha hi manoratha. Even if I become old and my body becomes weak and I happen to get ended in the vanavasa. Vanavase kshayam prapte hi mama esha manoratha. My heartfelt desire, wish is to be with you. Yat anena rathena eva tvam purim vaheyam punaha. Even if I become weak, become useless, or become weak and all, or become old, further old, that means he's still strong now. But if he further becomes old because of lack of nutritious food, etc., in the forest, if at all, even then, anena rathena tvam punaha purim vaheyam eva. I shall carry you only in this, or I shall drive this ratha only with you, carrying you only back to that city. I cannot drive this chariot without you. So for that sake, my wish is to go back like that. And if that requires 14 years, and in this 14 years, I become weak and further old and whatever with you, no worries. But that is only my wish. Chaturdashahi varshani
चतुर्दश हि वर्षाणि
sahitasya tvaya vane
सहितस्य त्वया वने
kshanabhutani yasyanti
क्षणभूतानि यास्यन्ति
shatasankhyan yatonyatha
शतसङ्ख्यान्
yatonyatha.
यतोऽन्यथा.
So he is saying, so yes, my wish is to go to drive this chariot back to Ayodhya only if you are there, not without you. And if that requires so long of 14 years, Chaturdashahi Varshani Tvaya Vane Sahit Chaturdasha Varshani Sahitasya Tvaya Vane. If that requires 14 years of living with you, staying with you in the forest, no problem. Because Kshanabhutani Yasyanti. Those 14 years will run like 14 moments, 14 seconds. They will just fly. And we are all seeing, or I am seeing, I don't remember, oh my God, when is Saturday again? When is Saturday again? Days are flying like anything. Weeks are flying, months are flying, years are flying. And if we are doing that with Rama, no pain ever. If we are enjoying, then it will seem like a long time. And even if it is difficulties, it will seem like, no problem. Time is flying, no problem. Right? So kshanabhutani yasyanti shatasankhyaani ataha anyatha. If without you, it will seem like hundreds of moments. With you, it will be just few moments. So let me come and live with you. Bhrityavatsala tishtantam
भृत्यवत्सलतिष्ठन्तं
bhartruputragate pathi
भर्तृपुत्रगते पथि
bhaktam bhrityam sthitam sthitva
भक्
sthityam
भक्तं भृत्यं स्थितं स्थित्यां
tvam namam hatumarhasi.
त्वं न मां हातुमर्हसि.
Beautiful. I think this is Bhakti Yoga section. So Bhrityavatsala, oh affectionate one towards your staff, towards your employees, towards your servants. Bhrityavatsala tishtantam, being standing in your position of you all these days you have stayed on the position of being affectionate to your staff. So Bhartru Putra Gate Pathi, you're standing in that path of where people always go to their Bharta. As a Bhritya, they go to their Bharta. To their Bharta is bearer. Who is bearing them? Bhritya is one who is born by the Bharta. Bharta Putra Gate, just as sons also go to their parents, to their father, just as Bhrityas go to their Bharta. Bhartru Putra Gate Pathi Tishtantam Bhaktam Bhrityam Sthitam Sthityam Tvam Namam Hatumarhasi. You know you are an affectionate one, and of me treading this path of following his Lord, following his head. Bhaktam Bhrityam Sthitam Sthityam. In the sthiti, in the situation of a devotee, a servant, a son, continuing to stay in the path along with his Lord and Father, and you being a Bhaktavatsala, Bhrityavatsala, you will not, Mam na hatum arhasi, you will not hurt me. That means you will take care of me, I know it. And so the beautiful song, I keep saying it, even though it is Telugu, Ramu Nivaramu, ma kemi vicharamu, says our Ramdas. We are people of Rama. Are, what sorrow do we have? He is there to take care of us, he will say. Swami Nide Bharamu. Oh Swami, my burden is yours. Swami Nide Bharamu, Dasharathe Jiva Dharamu. Because our support of life or our purpose of life is you, Dasharathe, he says. So similarly, he's saying, you are a Bhrityavatsala, Bhaktavatsala. And so, Bhartruputragate Pathi Tishtantam Bhaktam Bhrityam Sthitam Sthityam Tvam Namam Hatumarhasi. It's a beautiful English also to say. Oh, affectionate, oh, staff affectionate one, or oh, devotee lover, or oh, servant lover, you can't hurt me being in that situation of a servant, a devotee who continues to tread the path of his Lord, is how the this sloka's English meaning probably can be. Evam bahuvidham deenam
एवं बहुविधं दीनं
yachamanam punah punah
याचमानं पुनः पुनः
Ramah bhrityanukampitu
रामः भृत्यानुकम्पीतु
Sumantramidam abravit.
Sumantram idam abravit.
So thus yachamanam, thus Sumantram has been deenam bahuvidham yachamanam. He started with pleading, then he threatened, blackmailed him, then he gave logic of, hey, I'm your servant, how can I be without him, without you? Please carry me. Then he said, don't worry about my inconveniences that I may face, because those will be more happier than going without you. Then he said, what will be the repercussions of going back alone and all of that. Evam bahuvidham deenam yachamanam punaha punaha. Rama probably was with after every shloka, if we imagine video, after every shloka, Rama was probably closing his eyes and doing this. So he tried another approach. In the next shloka, Rama was probably still doing this. Another shloka, doing this. So evam bahuvidham deenam yachamanam punaha punaha Ramaha. So the video facing Rama now is Bhrityanukampi. Rama responds back. Rama is like our body. He's like our blood. He's like our skin. He's like our nerves. He's like our muscles, which naturally respond. If there is something creeping on our body, the skin responds. The hairs stand up. If something got caught, immediately blood oozes out and it tells us that there is some pain there. If I sat with my legs folded in Padmasana for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever, then they become numb and it cannot even stand up and it tells me. So body is reacting. Anukampanam, response. So also Rama is Bhrityanukampi. He immediately responds the same feelings as his Bhritya. If Bhritya is sorrow, Rama is sorrow. If Bhritya is happy, Rama is happy. If Bhritya is angry, Rama is angry. So he loves his Bhritya so much. So Bhrityanukampi Rama however, Sumantram idam abravit. This time he is only Dharmanukampi. He is only standing to his Dharma. So he responded back thus to Sumantra. Janami paramam bhaktim.
Janami paramam bhaktim.
Mayite bhartruvatsala.
Mayite bhartruvatsala.
Shrunuchapi yadartham tvam.
Shrunuchapi yadartham tvam.
Preshayami purimitaha.
Preshayami purimitaha.
Previously, he addressed him as Bhrityuvatsala. Who Sumantra addressed Rama as Bhrityuvatsala. Here Rama is addressing him back. Hey Bhartruvatsala. Oh, one who is affectionate to his Bharta, to his Lord. Oh Bhartruvatsala. Te Mayi Paramam Bhaktim Janami. I realize, I know, I acknowledge, I am aware of your utmost love, bhakti. I mean, devotion, it is very tough to find an equivalent word because bhakti is parama prema swarupa, ultimate love, let us say that only. So I know your utmost love in me. Mayi te paramam bhaktim janami bhartruvatsala, or one who gives his life for his Lord, Bhartruvatsala. Shrunuchapi yadartham tvam preshayami purim itaha. However, please also listen to my reasoning of why I want to send you back to the city. I have a purpose in sending you back to the city. So please know that. I know I will do anything for my devotees. However, here I am sending you back against your personal wish for a reason. Please listen to that reason. Nagarim tvam gatam drishtva.
Nagarim tvam gatam drishtva.
Janani me yaviyasi.
Janani me yaviyasi.
Kaikeyi pratyayam gachet.
Kaikeyi pratyayam gachet.
Iti Ramah vanam gataha.
Iti Ramah vanam gataha.
So first thing is, see, he's thinking about Kaikeyi. Yaviyasi. Yaviya is the younger one. Yaviyasi me janani Kaikeyi Nagarim gatam tvam drishtva Ramaha vanam prati gachet ayam Ramaha vanam prati gachet iti vanam gataha. She will then, if she sees you, then she knows for sure that Rama went to forest. If you don't return back, what will Kaikeyi keep thinking? Where is Sumantra? Hello? Where did he go? It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been 2 months. Are they enjoying? Did he take Rama somewhere to some other city? Let me call Bosnia. Let me call China. Let me call Russia. Where is he? He must, Sumantra knows everybody. He's external affairs minister also. He knows all heads of all states. Where did he go? She will keep suspecting that. And she'll be unnecessarily worrying and keep suspecting that. But if you return back empty in the chariot, then she will be ascertained that yes, Amaya, Rama went to forest as I wanted. Purpose, my wish is fulfilled. So Kaikeyi tvam nagarim gatam tvam drishtva me yaviyasi janani Kaikeyi pratyayam gachet ayam Ramaha vanam gataha iti. This Rama, yes, certainly went to forest. Iti sa pratyayam gachet. She will get that surety. Paritushta hi sa devi
Paritushta
परितुष्टा देवी
vanavasam gate mayi
वनवासं गते मयि
rajanam nati shankena
राजानं नातिशङ्केत
rajanam nati shanketa. Thank you. Mithya vadi iti dharmikam.
मिथ्यावादीति धार्मिकम्.
He knows his mother Kaikeyi, her attitude. As long as until her purpose is achieved, she will keep putting pressure on everybody that is potential factors there. So for her, the first factor is Raja. The Raja didn't send him to forest. Even if he sent him, we don't know if he really reached forest or not. Only if you return back and report, then they will trust you and believe you that yes, Rama went to forest. Then Paritushta, being happy. Paritushta Hisa Devi, that lady, after being satisfied, Mai Vanavasam Gate, that Rama is in now forest. Rajanam na atishanketa. Then she will not keep suspecting the king further. Shanka, suspicion. She will not keep suspecting and pressurizing the Raja further. Mithyavadi iti dharmikam. Actually is dharmika, the Raja. That dharmikam Rajanam mithyavadi. This fellow is not a real dharmika here. He says one thing, he does something else. He promised, but he didn't send him his son. He is a cheater. He is a liar. He is a adharmic fellow. She will keep calling such bad names on the king, because until she gets that surety. She's like a child, poor child girl. A child, unless she gets it, they will keep making all crying, shouting, throwing vessels, everything they will do. Childish girl, childish lady. And so please assure her, in your returning back and reporting, you will assure her and make her happy. Why I want her happy? Because if she is happy, she will not suspect and call bad names on the king, on my father. For that sake, please go. Yeshame prathamaha kalpaha.
Yeshami pratama kalpo.
Kalpaha.
Kalpaha.
Even though it is kalpo, because we are breaking kalpaha, sandhicheda. Yeshame prathamaha kalpaha.
Yeshami pratama kalpaha.
Yadamba me yaviyasi.
Yadamba me yaviyasi.
Bharata arakshitam sphitam.
Bharata rakshitam svitam.
Sphitam.
Sphitam.
SPH. Pa. Sphitam.
Sphitam.
Putrarajyam avapnuyat.
Putrarajyam avapnuyat.
Uttamam, uttamam. So, Eshame Prathamaha Kalpaha. This is my first strategy or my first option. Yat me yaviyasi amba bharata arakshitam sphitam putrarajyam avapnuyat. Because my first point is, see, the strategy, nice strategy of Rama. You should know what is that button. Finally, if you press or unplug or plug it, then rest all will automatically get light. That is important. Rama has understood the actual problem and is addressing that root cause. So if Kaikeyi is happy, why will she be, or when will she be happy? Bharata arakshitam, reserved for Bharata. The statehood that is reserved for Bharata. Arakshitam sphitam, the entire Vishala, the vast kingdom. Putra Rajyam avapnuyat. If the state which is reserved for Bharata now is allocated to Bharata, then my younger mother Kaikeyi, she will be happy. And so that is my first priority. Mama prathamaha kalpaha. That is my first task or my first purpose. Mama prityartham rajnyascha.
Mama prityartham rajnyascha.
Sarathastvam purim vraja.
Sarathastvam purim vraja.
Sandishtaschasi yanarthan.
Sandishtaschasi
Yanarthan. Tanstan bruyaha.
Tamstan bruyasta.
Bruyaha. Tatha.
Tatha.
Sandishtaschasi yanarthan. Tanstan bruyas tatha. So he's saying, Mama prityartham. Because you are saying you are my bhakta, you are my bhrutya. Your purpose is to please me. So Mama prityartham, for my pleasure, to please me. Rajnyaha, of the Raja. Rajnyaha sarathaha tvam purim raja. If you want to please me and Raja also. Mama prityartham rajnyascha. For pleasing me and the Raja king. Sarathaha, along with Ratha, tvam purim raja, you return back to the city and report. If you return back, you are reporting. If you report back there, then the king is pleased, then Kaikeyi is pleased. Of course, if they are pleased, I am pleased. Sandishtascha asi. You are also, in a way, directed. Sandishtaha. You are directed by me. Yan arthan. Tan stan bruyaha. I've directed you to convey certain messages of how Bharata should behave, of how my mothers have to be told that we are fine here, along with Aryasya Lakshmanasya cha, he says. He uses Arya for Lakshmana in the previous slokas, right? Early shloka, third or fourth shloka. So that we are fine here by noble Lakshmana taking care of us. When you convey this back, I have instructed you all these messages. So, yan arthan sandishtas cha asi, tan stan bruyaha. You have to convey those messages back to them. Tatha, in that, respectively, in that manner, to those people in that order. So, you have to go back. Purim Raja. Ityuktva vachanam sotam.
Ityuktva vachanam sutam.
Santvayitva punah.
Santvayitva punah.
Griham vachanamakleebaha.
गुहं वचनमक्लीबः
रामः हेतुमदब्रवीत्
रामः हेतुमदब्रवीत्
इत्युक्त्वा श्रुतं वचनं by responding back thus Rama sutam guham unto no ityuktva vachanam sutam santvayitva punah by trying to condole again and again. Guham, now he thought, okay, I told Sutam enough. So I think you've understood it. You have to, hope you're ready to return back. You have big purpose, and I have a purpose in sending you back. Please take care of that. And the purpose is to take care of my parents, my father, the king. He is the most beloved one for me in this life. And so take care of him. For that sake, I'm sending you back. Having said that to him, now, Guham Ramaha Vachanam Aklibaha Hetumat Abravit. Because Guha also is sort of probably looking at like this, listening to this conversation. Why isn't Rama going back? What could be wrong? So, he is now addressing Guha also. Hetumat, with logically Abravit. Aklibaha. Fearlessly, boldly, he's now talking to Guha also. With logically, boldly, fearlessly, he is now addressing Guha. Nedanim Guha Yogyoyam.
नेदानीं गुहोऽयं
Vaso me sajane vane.
वसो मे सजने वने
Avashyam hyashrame vasaha.
अवश्यं ह्याश्रमे वासः
Kartavyastadgato vidhi.
कर्तव्यस्तद्गतो विधिः
Guha, now he's addressing Guha. So he said, he stopped talking to Sumantra. The stop means he ended his speech and instructions to Sumantra. And so Sumantra is getting ready probably to obey the orders and leave. So now he's talking to Guha. It is getting late. So Guha, na idanim ayam sajane vane me vasaha yogyaha. Guha, this, though it is a forest and tribal, there is your own tribal city here, and you are the king of several tribes here. You are also called Sthapati. I am asked to go to forest. Forest, the intent of forest means where there is no where it is uninhabited, right? Especially outside of the jurisdiction of Koshala and Ayodhya. This, your tribe, this forest is still under the jurisdiction of Ayodhya and Kosala. And so, Sajane Vani, along with people, this forest, still continuing to stay here in this forest where there are still several inhabited tribal people, na yogyaha, na idanim yogyaha, it is not appropriate for me. Avashyam hi ashrame vasaha. I think kartabyaha tadgataha vidhihi. Hey, I have to go and probably live in some ashram. Ashram is some simple, ordinary residence that I can build for myself, some hut somewhere. So I should not be living in this forest, in this area anymore. It is not appropriate for me. Soham grahitva niyamam.
Soham grihitva yamam
Tapasvi janabhushanam.
tapasvi janabhushanam
Hitakama piturbhuyaha.
hitah kama pitur bhuyah
Sitaya lakshmanasya cha.
sitaya lakshmanasya cha.
Oh my God, this is still a very long sarga. It's 8:38, 8:39. Let's see. I think we'll stop at 70th because there is a narration here. We'll stop at 70th shloka. Soham niyamam grahitva tapasvijana bhushanam hitakamaha piturbhuyaha Sitaya Lakshmanasya cha. So aham niyamam grihitva. So now I have to ashrama, what did he say before? He said avasyam ashrame vasaha kartavyah. I have to live in ashrama going forward. So in order to live in a ashrama, I mean, as a guest, when you go, probably there will be quarters guest house. You can go in your own suit, blazer, etc., and live, stay there for a couple of days. But if you are going to be resident of that ashrama, then there will be some ashrama vesha. There will be Ganavesha kind of ashrama vesha. And I have to be in that attire, in that dress and all. Those are some niyamas. So, tad niyamam grihitva aham tapasvi jana bhushanam niyamam grihitva. He's saying, tapasvi jana bhushanam. Whatever is the dress, bhushanam is ornaments. Ornament is not ornament and all, but whatever is the attire. Whatever is the attire of the tapasvi jana, that niyamam grihitva aham hitakamaha. I should be a wisher, well-wisher of who? Of Pituhu, of my father. Sitayaha Lakshmanasya cha bhuyaha. Also of Sita and Lakshmana. Being a well-wisher of them, I have to attire myself, get ready in the attire to be a resident of ashramas going forward. And so toward that, Jatah Kritva Gamishyami.
जटा कृत्वा गमिष्यामि
Nyagrodha Kshiramanaya.
निग्रोध क्षीरमानया
What is it? Tat Kshiram Rajaputraya
तत्क्षीरं राजपुत्राय
Guha Kshipram Upaharat.
गुह क्षिप्रम् उपाहरत्.
Actually, second half is narration. Jatah Kritva Gamishyami Nyagrodha Kshiramanaya Tat Kshiram Rajaputraya Guha Kshipram Upaharat. So he instructed Guha, saying, Jatah Kritva Gamishyami. So far my hair is nice, as long as till shoulders, hanging, curly hairs. Kakapakshaha, he has these long sideburns. So in that handsome Raja style. But now he's going to be an ashramavasi. And so he said, Jataha Kritva Gamishyami. Now I have to make my hair into jata. Jata is, braided. Braided will not stay long. How many days I have to keep? It will just come loose. I have to again put it tight. No. If I put these Nyagrodha Kshiram, Kshiram is the sap, white milk kind of a sap that comes out of this Nyagrodha Vriksha. If I put that, it is, we say in Telugu, we say, what Palu, the Jan. It is one tree where that sap, white sap comes. The tribal people, they put it on the hair. It is like a gummy, sticky one. Then that hair will never go loose. It will be stuck forever. No shampoo, nothing can clear it. No water bath can clear it. So that's why they do that, rishis and all. If you see, that's why in our Ayodhya Prana Pratishtha Samay or Kumbha Mela Samay also, you will see all these yatis, yogis, sadhus with the jata. Their hair seems like tight material. It doesn't look like strands of hair. That is because they have applied the Nyagrodha Kshiram. And so it will become tight, hard. You need not worry about that hair dressing anymore after that. You can focus on your tapas and yoga and diksha, etc. So, Jatah Kritva Gamishyami Nyagrodha Kshiram. Please bring the milk, the tree milk for me. So, Tat Rajaputraya Guha Kshipram Tat Kshiram Aharat, Upaharat. He quickly, instantly went and brought fresh milk. Milk as in the tree sap milk for Rajaputraya. Lakshmanasyatmanaschaiva
लक्ष्मणस्यात्मनश्चैव
Ramastena Karojjataha
रामस्तेनाकरोज्जटाः
दीर्घबाहुर्नरव्याघ्रः
दीर्घबाहुर्नरव्याघ्रः
जटिलत्वमधारयत्
जटलिस्त्वमधारयत.
So Lakshmanasya Atmanascha, for Lakshmana first and then for himself also. Ramaha tena akarot jataha, with that milk he first Lakshmana come turn around and he applied this milk first on his hair and then quickly redded, turned it around on the top, round, tuck, stuck. He did it for Lakshmana. Then Atmanaschaiva, then for himself also, he applied remaining milk on his hair, turned, whirled on the top, plugged it. Jataha, akarot jataha. He made the jataha for both Lakshmana and himself. Who? Dirghabahuhu, Naravyagraha, Jatilatvam adharayat. That strong, bold warrior who can win the whole worlds. However, now Jatilatvam adharayat. He has ended up wearing or wearing this Jatilatvam. Jatilatvam is one having whose jatas. That means yogitvam or yati, yogi, sannyasi, like that, ashramavasi. Dirghabahu, Naravyagraha, best of the men, and mighty armed, strong armed Rama, however, ended up wearing this jatas, jatilatvam adharayat. Then we'll stop here and continue from the next session. Anybody can say Shanti Mantra?
I can
Yes.
say.
Go ahead.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ.